Alright, so I am making this video to show you the easy system when you're trying to put balloons on a column to make it look like a column. This is an 8-inch foam tube, but the column that you're going to be putting on is going to actually be square, and it's smaller than 8 inches, I believe. So what you're going to do is take a 260 ribbon. This is actually not even flat, but it's okay. I'm working with what I have around the shop here. So you're going to tie it around here. And I just tie it on the very edge, as close as the edge as I can get it. When I make my loop, I put it through 2 times, if you can, and then just tie the knot like that. This way it has a lot of stretch, okay? And it's wide enough for me to take my balloon, my doublet, and slide it in, all right? So once you get that color, then you move on to your next color, whatever it may be. We're gonna, oops, let's see if I can move it back. Okay, yeah. So then I just, again, pull the 260 and loop the balloon through. Now these aren't gonna be perfect when they're next to each other. So you have to get them close together, but they're gonna be looking weird. Once you get them all on there, then it kind of forms itself. They're gonna go sideways like this, okay? So you'll see them fit into each other. In the next video, then the next color, again, you're gonna stretch the 260. Where's that other color? Put it on like that. All right, and then you're just going to keep going around. I'm not going to do a bunch of colors all the way around, but I'm going to start the next row. So say you have the whole all the way around finished. You're going to take this and slide it up the hole. Okay. All right, and then you're going to put your next 260 on. So see, I have my 260. I'm gonna just tie it at the end. Wrap it around before I pull it off tight. Like that. And then again, I'm gonna take my colors, and then right where I have each color, I'm gonna follow the same pattern around. So the first one I'm gonna put on is red. It's not red, gotta wait for me. So 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this and do it. Alright, so the next one is red. Then light blue. And then dark blue. For this example. Alright, so now you just have to make sure that all of your balloons, and once all the balloons are in there, it'll be tight, it'll feel tight, are going to be facing the correct way. So they're going to start to slant. Because they're not tight. Well, you'll start to see, and then once you get this row up, I'm going to push the whole thing up. It's hard to see. But basically, you're going to push the next row, this row up, and everything will just keep pushing up as you keep adding on to the bottom. So you're going to go all the way down to the bottom. Let me see if I have some other balloons to make this tight. Hold on 1 second. I have some other balloons. Let's see if I add them on there to make it tight. Sure. Put some old balloons in my garage. Alright. Alright, so the first row is tight. So let me get the second row finished and then we just stop. Let's see. I got, well, these ones have two colors, so it's gonna look weird on the back of this one. Let me just see if I can get it. Alright, yeah, there we go. So see, once you have the whole thing filled up, it's tight. Now this looks weird because these are two colors, so they're not a perfect line, which is okay. But here you see that they straighten up. Okay, so it's gonna be a spiral up. And just push them up, and then once you get them all on, they'll tighten up and straighten up. So it's gonna be 4, 6, 7. I believe it's gonna be 7 duplets per, I'll call it per row. So like, so see how, I'll say ring. So this ring is 7 duplets. This one I believe is gonna be 7 duplets. And then you push them up and just make sure you keep an eye on your pattern. Alright, any questions, you call me, okay? I'll be available by phone when you guys do the install. It got messed up a little bit, so if you see it's weird, you just move them around until you get your spiral.